Dare to believe that everything you know about the economy is a facade, a scheme crafted by the rich? Today we're diving into the mind of Thomas Sowell and his insightful book, Economic Facts and Fallacies. Sowell, a renowned economist, challenges conventional wisdom and unmasks common economic misconceptions. We'll navigate through the power of fallacies, the truth and fallacies of cities, universities, income, and race. So, are you ready to challenge what you think you know? Embark on this journey to debunk economic myths with us. Unmasking the first layer of fallacies, we dive into the world of economic illusions. Our journey begins with a deep dive into the power of fallacies and their potential to skew our comprehension of economic truths. Let's start with a concept called the zero-sum fallacy. This is the belief that what one person gains, another loses. In reality, economics isn't a pie with a fixed size. It's a dynamic system, constantly growing and changing. When someone prospers, it doesn't necessarily mean that someone else is losing out. This is an important reminder that the economy isn't a battleground, but a platform for creation and growth. Next, we have synthetic fallacies. These are assumptions that treat abstract concepts like they're concrete realities. Take the economy, for instance. It's not a single entity, but a complex system with countless moving parts. Treating it as a single entity can lead to oversimplified thinking and misinterpretations. It's crucial to remember that the economy is a tapestry woven from millions of individual threads. Now let's tackle chess-playing fallacies. These stem from the belief that economies can be manipulated like a game of chess. But unlike chess, economies aren't controlled by a single player. They're influenced by countless individuals, each with their own goals and motivations. Attempting to predict or control the economy like a chess game is a dangerous oversimplification. It's not a game, it's a vivid, ever-changing landscape. Lastly, we have open fallacies. These are the assumptions that ignore the implications of boundaries or limits. For instance, believing that resources are unlimited or that we can spend without consequence. In reality, everything has a cost, and limits are an integral part of economic systems. Ignoring these truths can lead to unsustainable practices and economic instability. Each of these fallacies, zero-sum, synthetic, chess-playing, and open, have a common thread. They oversimplify complex realities. They distort our understanding of economics and lead us into a world of illusions. But by recognizing these fallacies, we can begin to see the economy for what it truly is, a complex, dynamic system influenced by countless individual actions. Fallacies, when left unchecked, can distort our understanding of the economic landscape. By shedding light on them, we can navigate the economic world with greater clarity and accuracy. So remember, the power of fallacies lies in their ability to deceive us. But once we recognize them for what they are, we can strip them of their power and see the true nature of economic systems. This is the first step towards understanding the real economic landscape beyond the illusions. Cities, the pulsating heart of economies, yet riddled with misconceptions. Let's delve into the labyrinth of urban economics to unravel some deep-rooted fallacies. Firstly, transportation. A city's lifeblood. It often seems like the solution to all our urban woes is simply more. More roads, more subways, more buses. However, this belief is a fallacy. Adding more transportation often leads to more traffic, not less, as it encourages more people to use private vehicles. This phenomenon, known as induced demand, shows that the answer to congestion isn't always more infrastructure, but smarter, more efficient use of what we have. Moving on to the notion of overpopulation. Cities are often seen as overcrowded, bursting at the seams. But the reality? It's not about the number of people. It's about how they're distributed. This fallacy stems from the misconception that all urban areas are equally desirable, leading to overcrowding in some areas while others remain underutilized. The solution lies not in limiting population growth, but in better urban planning and resource allocation. Now, let's talk about soaring housing prices. It's easy to blame this on greedy landlords or a shortage of houses. But the truth is, it's more about restrictive zoning laws and regulations that limit the supply of housing, driving prices up. It's a classic case of supply and demand. When supply is artificially constrained, prices inevitably rise. So, the real culprit behind high housing prices is often government policy, not market forces. But wait, there's more. Another fallacy is the belief that cities are inherently unaffordable, that the cost of living is naturally higher. This isn't entirely true. While it's true that some goods and services are more expensive, others are cheaper due to economies of scale and competition. So while the cost of living can be high, it's not an inherent characteristic of cities, but rather a result of economic forces at play. The urban landscape is more complex than it appears, laden with economic fallacies. By understanding these misconceptions, we can start to see cities not as problems to be solved, but as opportunities to be seized. After all, as the saying goes, knowledge is power, and with this knowledge, we have the power to shape our cities for the better. Universities, the breeding ground of the future or a pit of fallacies? Let's delve into the intricate world of higher education and its economic impact. Universities are hailed as the gateway to prosperity, promising a bright future to those who pass through their hallowed halls. But the stark reality is that these institutions come with a hefty price tag. The cost of university education has skyrocketed in recent years, burdening students with debts that can take decades to repay. The investment cost of attending a university is not limited to tuition fees alone. It also includes opportunity costs, the potential earnings a student forgoes while dedicating years to studying. This is a significant factor that often gets overlooked in the equation. Now, let's talk about the income side of things. Universities sell the dream of high-paying jobs upon graduation, but is this promise always fulfilled? Unfortunately, not. The income potential varies significantly depending on the field of study and the job market. Not all degrees guarantee high-paying jobs, and not all jobs require degrees. Moreover, the value of a university degree has been diluted in the job market due to an overabundance of graduates. The surplus of degree holders has made it harder for individuals to stand out and secure well-paying jobs, thus diminishing the return on investment for many. There's also a fallacy that universities are the only path to success. This notion has been debunked by countless successful entrepreneurs and self-taught professionals who have excelled in their fields without a university degree. Universities are indeed vital institutions that contribute immensely to knowledge and innovation. However, it's essential to understand the economic realities that surround them. The decision to attend a university should be made after careful consideration of the costs, the potential return on investment, and alternative paths to success. Education is an investment, but it comes with its own set of fallacies. Understanding these fallacies can help students make informed decisions about their education and their future. Income, the lifeblood of an economy, yet a source of numerous fallacies. Let's delve into the complex world of income, where often perception and reality are two different things. One of the biggest anxieties that many people grapple with is the fear of income stagnation. This fear stems from the notion that income has remained the same over the years, with no significant growth. However, this is a fallacy. If we adjust the income figures for inflation and consider the rise in non-cash benefits and tax changes, we realize that income has, in fact, been steadily increasing. Now, let's explore the differences and characteristics of the rich, middle class, and poor. It's a common belief that the rich are getting richer while the poor are getting poorer. This, however, is another fallacy. Income mobility is a real phenomenon. Many who are rich today were not rich yesterday, and many who are poor today may not be poor tomorrow. The poor's income growth rate in many instances has been higher than that of the rich. The middle class is often portrayed as being squeezed, with the gap between the rich and them ever widening. But this too is a fallacy. The middle class is not a fixed group of individuals. People move in and out of income groups all the time. Some move up, some move down. It's all part of the dynamic nature of income. It's also worth noting that income alone does not define wealth. Assets such as homes and investments also play a significant role. Wealth is a cumulative measure, and income is just a part of it. Furthermore, the rich are often thought to be a homogeneous group, composed solely of CEOs and Wall Street brokers. This is far from the truth. The rich come from various walks of life, including entrepreneurs, entertainers, professional athletes, and more. Income fallacies can mislead us. It's time we understood them better. The more we understand these fallacies, the better equipped we are to make informed decisions about our financial future. Let's continue to challenge the misconceptions and strive for a more accurate understanding of income. Race, a sensitive subject, yet intertwined with economic fallacies. The discussion of race and economics often comes with a host of fallacies that can cloud our understanding. One of the most common fallacies is the belief that racial discrimination is costless. However, this is far from the truth. The economic costs of discrimination are both direct and indirect. Direct costs include lost productivity and potential. When individuals are discriminated against, their skills and talents are not fully utilized, leading to an overall reduction in productivity. This loss is not just borne by the individual, but by the entire economy. Indirect costs, on the other hand, are the societal and economic consequences of discrimination. These can include social unrest, increased crime rates, and even public health issues. These indirect costs can have far-reaching effects on the economy, often lasting for generations. Another fallacy often encountered is the belief that racial disparities in income and wealth are solely the result of discrimination. While discrimination can contribute to these disparities, it is not the sole or even the primary factor. Factors such as education, family structure, and cultural values play significant roles in these disparities. In conclusion, when we talk about race and economics, it is essential to separate fact from fallacy. Only then can we truly understand the complex interplay between these two aspects of society. Race and economics, a complex mix, requires our understanding free of fallacies. As we come to the end of this enlightening journey, let's recap. We've delved deep into Thomas Sowell's Economic Facts and Fallacies, dissecting the many misconceptions that cloud our understanding of the economy. We've uncovered the power of fallacies, the misconceptions about our cities, the truths and untruths about university investments, the intricacies of income, and the cost of racial discrimination. Each section has revealed the layers of complexity that underpin our economic system, highlighting the dangers of accepting surface-level explanations. Understanding these fallacies isn't just about gaining knowledge. It's about empowering ourselves to make informed decisions and challenge the status quo. Our journey through this book has hopefully shed some light on the complexities and fallacies that often go unnoticed in our daily lives. It's a reminder that the economy is a vast, intricate system that requires careful and thoughtful interpretation. Remember, the economy is not what it seems on the surface. Thank you for joining us. Do subscribe and stay tuned for more.